Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the theory of second best. As we already have discussed that satisfaction of Pareto criterion and the marginal conditions of Pareto optimality lead to economic efficiency or maximum social welfare. So applying the Pareto criterion and the marginal conditions, we found that movement from a point inside the production possibility frontier to a point on it will increase social welfare. Professor Lipson Lancaster has raised the pertinent issue in this regard. It's not possible to satisfy all conditions of Pareto efficiency. We are talking here about the three conditions of the Pareto optimality or the efficiency in production, efficiency in consumption, and also product mix. So it's not possible to satisfy all conditions of Pareto efficiency, or it's not possible to satisfy all conditions in all markets. So here we are considering about the major condition of this competitive market. If we do want to satisfy these all conditions in other markets like imperfect competitive market, then it's not possible to attain a best solution, and that is maximum social welfare situation, which is unattainable in other markets. Whether or not efforts should be made to achieve the second best position by satisfying the remaining marginal conditions of Pareto optimum. So in such cases, we have to more focus on other Pareto optimality conditions to reach on the second best solution. Suppose a monopoly exists in one market and government takes steps to make this market competitive. It would appear that social welfare will increase as price and marginal cost will be equated in this market. Irrespective of whether in some market or other markets, competition cannot be enforced, and therefore in them Pareto optimal conditions cannot be satisfied. So according to second best theory, this will not lead to the increase in social welfare. So in that case, we have to rely upon the second best solution. Now to understand this, we'll go for this slide. Here we have the production possibility curve, which is PP dash. Now this production possibility curve shows all points given on this are Pareto efficient. Okay. The reason because we are talking about through the output stage, when you will reach over here, then you are actually reaching on the Pareto optimal position. So that is why we do consider each point are given on production possibility curve are the Pareto efficiency. But according to Lipson Lancaster, it is sometimes better to move inside this production possibility curve to achieve a higher level of social welfare in case all marginal conditions are not satisfied. So we have different points within this production possibility curve. We have L point, we have E point. So sometimes we have to move inside that because due to the absence of competitive market, there are the existence of monopoly practices or some other markets. In that case, we need to choose the point which is given under the production possibility curve or interior to the production possibility curve. To demonstrate this, social welfare curves have been taken over here, which are analogous to community indifference curve. We already have discussed about these social welfare functions in the Bergeson and Samuelson's discussion. And these social welfare functions are similar to indifference curve, which shows the higher the social welfare curve shows the higher social welfare. Here we have point T. This point T which shows also the tangency with the production possibility curve. This also indicating that we are satisfying very important marginal condition, and that is what the product mix. So here, because it is an analogous of indifference curve, this also shows the marginal rate of substitution of consumers in the society, and also it is tangent to the marginal product transformation slope. So that is why both tangencies whenever are occurring giving a socially better or an optimum situation, which is the point T over here. Now suppose there is the existence of monopoly in this market for two goods, commodity X and Y, and the socially best point, which is T over here, is not attainable. So we need to move inside the production possibility curve. Now you can see there is another CC line, okay, CC dash line. So whenever there is a new red line, the new CC dash line, the point T is now no longer attainable, okay. So this new attainable line has been drawn over here in this diagram. Now, because of this, you are reaching on a point which is L over here. Now this L could be the another solution of this other than this point T over here, okay. So what is happening in this point L? If Pareto optimality is to be achieved, we can move from a point L, which is inside the production possibility curve, to point A to point B. Okay, either you can be there on the point A because you are on this L, so you can lead towards A, or you can move towards B on this point. Okay, in that case, you are actually reaching on this lower social welfare curve, which is what this W1. So this situation definitely is not the ideal one according to Lipson-Lancaster if you're moving inside this production possibility curve. So the author has pointed out here, the second best point would be here, the point E inside the transformation line and also this attainable line. This is so because an improvement on welfare can be attained by moving to point E. If you are somewhere at L, you can move towards the point E since it lies on a farther indifference curve, or we say the community indifference curve, a social welfare function which is higher than this W1. So the segment we can see here, the MNE, okay, this triangle you can see over here, it's more efficient than E. This particular area, which is MN, this is more efficient than the position of E. But since the points on the segment cannot be attained, okay, the points of this segment where the T is lying cannot be attained, that is why we are at the position of second best. So through this, you are reaching to the second best. So this position is also not the second best. This position is also not the second best. And this is not also the second best. So from this point, from this region, a very immediate one where you are also reaching or a bit higher social welfare function. So that is why we can consider this position as a best second optimal position. Thus, the theory of second best asserts that when one of the marginal conditions for Pareto optimality is not satisfied, or MRS, which we have seen here, MRS is not equal to MRPTXY, as in this particular case, it may be better to violate to other marginal conditions of Pareto optimality to achieve maximum social welfare. Now it's used to question the desirability of advocating competitive pricing in some particular markets when it is known that Pareto conditions do not hold in other markets. So not possible in all the markets equally that these Pareto optimality condition would be applicable. In some cases, like we have a very good example of the trade blocks, like we have trade blocks in small segments, like South Asian countries have a SAARC, we also have ASEAN, we also have European Union. But why this is not possible that all countries come together and create a trade bloc and that can beneficial to the entire world, which is not possible because of the constraints which are applicable to that and also the distances between the countries. So they have made those trade blocs nearby their own regions and also following the similar currency like European Union, and they are also following the common monetary policy and the common fiscal policy to achieve a second socially best optimal situation. So whenever you are considering the whole world, there could be the practices of monopoly and externalities would occur. And in such cases, the all Pareto optimality conditions cannot be possible to run all together. So in that case, it's very necessary that you reach on the inside the production possibility frontier according to the Lipson-Lancaster and choose the second best optimal situation. The theory of second best applies more strongly when markets are closely related, and this is more applicable to the complementary and the intermediate goods, where the monopoly practices and also the economies and the diseconomies scales you can see, and this thing definitely can be the source of such monopoly practices and also uh, the conditions of a second best option rather than Pareto optimal. Thank you.